Welcome to Today Matters, a short devotional on the Word of God. My name is Tim Neisler. I'm the campus pastor out in Lakeside. My family and I just celebrated 1 year on staff here at Skyline Church. We've loved every second of it. Helping people find and follow Jesus 7 days a week isn't just a cool phrase. It's become a way of life. However, I didn't just wake up one day and decide that I was going to follow Jesus. It's been a journey, one I wouldn't change for anything. We have to remember that in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 11, it says that we overcome the enemy by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. We all have a story of how we got here to where we are right now. And guess what? Our stories are still being written. So today and tomorrow, I'm going to share my journey with you, how it was before Christ and what it's been like since. Before I jump into my story, I want to talk about the Apostle Paul's story. His journey led him to the road to Damascus. He was a high-ranking official in the Sanhedrin, which was a very strict Jewish religious sect that enforced the law of the prophets. Look what it says in Acts chapter 9. Meanwhile, Saul was still breathing out murderous threats against the Lord's disciples. He went to the high priest and asked him for the letters to the synagogues in Damascus so that if he found any there who belonged to the way, whether men or women, he might take them as prisoners to Jerusalem. It was on that road to Damascus that a Pharisee named Paul was transformed to the Apostle Paul. It went from Saul to Paul. And he went on to write 16 of the 27 letters in the New Testament. That's his journey. My journey was different. My family was super dysfunctional. Drugs, poverty, all that. It was almost as if the cards I was dealt was a bad hand, a flop. You know what? I believe that. I didn't know anything else. I grew up in that. I was hopeless. The strange part was that I was okay with it. I didn't know I was lost. One day in Target, a little boy somehow got separated from his dad. It was an adventure for this little guy. He was having a blast just cruising through the different departments in Target. He didn't want it to end, but someone noticed the boy by himself. So the security guard approached him and walked him back to the security office. Still, the boy was beaming with all the lights and monitors that he found in the security room. Then the officer got on the loudspeaker and announced that there was a lost child looking for his dad. It was at this point of hearing that he was lost is when he lost it. He started crying uncontrollably because he understood that he was lost. For me, after being on drugs for so many years and being in and out of jails and rehabs, it was a way of life, one that I inherited. But that one day, I found myself in church and I was introduced to Jesus. And I realized, just like that little boy, that I was lost. And all I ever wanted was to be found by my Father. On that day, Jesus found my heart and began working in and through me. And the beauty of it all is that now my story of conversion, just like Paul's, should be told to encourage those who might not yet believe. So he went from Saul to Paul, and just maybe for me, it might go from Tim to Slim. No, that's not going to work. Anyways, just know that there is no mess without a message, and there's no test without the testimony. Tomorrow I'm going to share part 2 and talk about my faith journey since the day I believed. Please drop a like or a comment below and share how God has changed your life.